Alright, chat. So welfare check leads cops to horrifying discovery. Is it a body in the house? Is it a head in a truck? I guess we'll find out.
Started with a welfare check.
Always does.
Is he in the floor?
Oh my gosh!
You said you see blood?
Inside that house was the beginning of a story no one saw coming.
Go run back.
Bro, the cops are running. It's bad!
Oh boy.
Where is
There's a
this?
lot of blood. Party.
What they uncovered was colder than they imagined.
That's a lot of guns!
I saw somebody come out of the house with long hair to the shoulders. I couldn't even tell you if it was male or female, to be honest with you. It looked like a smaller frame, not a big person.
Is that me? Chat, I think she's describing me.
Welcome to the channel, where the answers never come easy. Here, we retrace the investigation, the missteps, the suspicions, and the moment everything finally clicks into place. If you think you've got this one figured out, don't get too comfortable. Drop your first theory in the comments.
Ooh.
Who do you think was the key to this case? And don't forget to subscribe, because what you're about to see will change your perspective more than once. It started out like any other weekday, but by that afternoon, Wednesday, April 19th, 2023,
2 years ago,
something felt off. The call came in to Hudson Police, not from a neighbor or a coworker, but from a mother.
What state
She
is this?
explained her daughter had been waiting at school, expecting to be picked up by her father. That never happened.
I was wondering if I'd be able to request a wellness check on someone. Okay, what's going on? So my daughter was supposed to be picked up by her father today. And I got a call from the school that she was still at the school, so I ended up picking her up. They tried to contact him. I tried to call him a couple times and
he's not answering?
Anything back.
Wait, that's kind of sus.
And what's his name? Todd Morgan.
The father's name, she said, was Todd Morgan. Todd wasn't just any dad. He was a well-known professor in Cleveland. Smart, accomplished. The kind of guy who didn't just forget about his kids. He had 2 children. Aaron, his 10-year-old son from a past marriage, and a little girl, Cecilia.
Step-siblings, okay.
Marianne.
This is Ohio! We can't never escape. Every single true crime cases are always in Ohio.
Called 911. That Wednesday was supposed to be his turn with his daughter, but he never showed up. Todd had always been steady, the kind of man who showed up when he said he would.
Or he's committing murder?
Especially for his kids. That's what made this so unusual.
Has he ever done anything like this? No. I don't think he would forget his daughter from school, but we are going through some custody issues right now, which is why I find it to be a little bit more unusual.
Even with the custody battle going on, this felt out of character.
They pretty much separate then, kind of, if they have custody battle, right? Ooh.
Todd's life had gone through phases. His first marriage was to Therese Reagan. They tied the knot in 2010, back when everything still felt promising. Todd stepped into the role of stepdad to Therese's son, Aiden. Not long after,
ex-wife did a chat? Maybe.
Aaron. But things didn't stay perfect. Todd crossed a line with one of his students.
What?
And when Therese found out, that was the end of their marriage. They divorced.
Nah, this man was dating one of his students?
Eventually, that relationship with the student ended too.
Oh, okay.
Then came Marianne. He and Marianne Karandang connected fast. It felt real to both of them. They got married, and in 2018, their daughter Cecilia, Cece, was born. She became the center of Todd's world. Todd was the kind of guy who always picked up his phone. Didn't matter how busy life got. If you called, he answered. That's just who he was.
When you call him, does it go straight to voicemail or does it ring? It rings.
Ooh,
the phone was still on. That made things even more strange. Todd had built a good life. After earning his degree from Cleveland State in 2005, he went on to get a doctorate in business administration from Kent State.
Damn, he got a doctorate
across
degree.
The country, Massachusetts, Michigan, and finally returned to Cleveland State as a professor. He loved travel. animals, the classroom, but nothing mattered more than Aaron and Cece. So, when he didn't show up for his little girl,
Oh, he's gone missing,
it wasn't just a
chat.
mix-up. Something was off. At almost 7 p.m., a patrol car pulled up to a quiet house on West Streetsboro Street. A male and female officer stepped out. This was the home...
Chat, he does not look like Shia LaBeouf, okay? Does not look like him at all. Maybe she had the same hair color. You know, the way this is being told, it makes him look like a victim, though. And not that he was hurting his children, right? Am I just crazy? I think this channel, the way they do it, so that you don't really know who's doing it at the end, you know? It's like a little twisting storytelling.
Todd Morgan had bought just over a year earlier, back in February 2022. It sat back from the road, framed by an open front lawn. The backyard
That's a nice
held
house.
a small pond, a greenhouse, and a few garden
Wow!
beds.
He's
Looked
rich!
peaceful, calm.
He's rich.
Nothing seemed out of place there, until now.
They got a pond? In the greenhouse?
254, black in color to Todd
Wow.
Morgan from that address.
The officers were on the lookout for Todd's black 2015 SUV. But when they pulled up, the driveway out front was empty. No sign of the car. While he was checking the driveway, the female officer stepped up to the front window. She leaned in, looked through the glass, and spotted someone.
Oh my god, who did it?
Is he in it for?
That's when she saw it.
Oh, shoot. You said you see blood?
It looked bad. The mood shifted instantly. The radio cracked again as the officers called for EMS.
Yeah, I think it's him.
On 10 radio. Go run back.
Yeah,
Get EMS out here.
I think in this case he's the victim. Who did it?
Oh,
Ex-wife? Current wife? Or
There's a lot of blood.
an
Party
ex-student?
looks to be... I might have fell. Crap. Oh, open.
Definitely a homicide case.
Oh, wow.
Who did
The
it
back
though?
door wasn't locked. Inside, just a few steps in, they found him. Todd was lying on the
Oh my
floor.
god.
He was in his dressing gown. His body showed clear signs of trauma, especially to the head. This wasn't a wellness check anymore. This was a crime scene. EMS, detectives, forensics.
Could be the
they
wife,
needed
chat.
everyone. The scene was hard to process. At first glance, the injury on Todd's temple made it look like he might have taken his own life. There were shell casings nearby, but there was no gun in sight. Maybe it was underneath him, they thought. But as they checked more closely, nothing. No weapon anywhere near his body. That changed the entire direction
Yeah,
of the
it's
call.
not self-exit.
This wasn't a man who had ended his life.
No.
This was something else. Something worse.
Low-key, I think his wife, chat, because they're in the middle of a custody battle, and maybe she needed him to be out of their life permanently.
I don't see a weapon. That's why I'm thinking something else.
Definitely possible. If it's a spouse, murder is
They
the other
started
spouse.
clearing the house, checking room by room. They didn't know if anyone else might be inside. In one of the kids' rooms, they found a piggy bank knocked over. Loose change was scattered across the floor. But that was it. Nothing else looked out of place. It didn't look like a robbery.
White claws.
Well, if it was a robbery, the house would be more ransacked, right? Just that one you're in now?
Then they reached the master bedroom. That room was different. The bed was a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Bottles of alcohol were left out. Half
Nacho
empty.
cheese.
Condom wrappers were tossed across the floor.
Whoa.
It looked like someone had been there. Recently.
Multiple.
Maybe not just Todd.
There were like multiple condoms wraps. Maybe there was a party? Possible a party? Or something? Like he was not by himself?
There's a weapon of any kind.
They got white claws.
That's weird. Why is there... This makes me think someone shot him. We're gonna have to call the detectives out.
They needed detectives on the scene. Now. Near the stairs, they found another shell casing.
Oh.
Same caliber as the others.
Hey, Sarge, you wanna... Are we... Say, it's pretty bad in there.
Okay, so do
Honestly, chat, as long as they were not summoning demon from a Luigi board, anything else is fine with me.
There's shell casings in the house all over, but
Okay.
there's no weapon.
Keep the. Okay.
That's when the rest of the team arrived. One officer pulled the supervisor aside and gave him the rundown. They had a body, blood, and bullet casings,
Multiple
but no
bullet
murder
casings.
weapon. And then came the quiet realization. Looking at the condition of the body, the officers could tell Todd had been there a while.
He's been sitting there for a while. That
Oh
blood's
my
dried up.
god.
Okay.
Can you tell me
What's that?
it looks weird.
If I were a cop and I see a bunch of condom wraps on the floor, I would be searching in trash cans because maybe we can pick up some DNA. So you know what I'm saying? To find out if that belonged to the victim or other people possibly in the house. Yeah, I hope they do that. That would make sense.
Todd had made something of his life. Born in 1981 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, he came into the world during a time of major change. The Iran hostage crisis had ended. Prince Charles married Lady Diana. NASA launched Columbia. And in a small corner of the country, Todd Morgan was born. By 41, Todd had built an impressive life. He was more than a professor. He was well-traveled, sharp with numbers, loved by his students for being real and relatable. He taught finance, but he wasn't stiff about it. His classes were engaging. He had a way of making the complicated feel simple. But all of that, degrees, travel, work, none of it meant more to him than his kids. That was his world. His son Aaron,
Where are the kids?
his daughter Cece. Ask anyone who knew him, and they'd say the same. Todd was a serious man, but not with his kids. With them, he was goofy, warm, present. Dance-offs, video games, trips to the park. He made time for them, always.
He's
That's what made
he's
this
involved.
moment so
That's
heavy.
good.
With the body secured and the house cleared, detectives were called in. It was time to turn a chaotic scene into an investigation. The responding officers gave a quick rundown to the detective.
So there's a male deceased at the back door. Looks like the back door looks like it was kicked from the inside.
From the inside?
I have not gone inside the house. So he's laying on his back with a gunshot wound to the head at the back door, and it looks like the door was forced out, as in out to the door. So I'd like for somebody to come out and take a look.
That's interesting. So it wasn't like it was kicked from the outside. I have two theories. One is his ex-wife killed him, or someone from his business rival, someone like that. What do you think, chat? We haven't even seen the current wife, but I'm thinking with the ex-wife, why would she kill him? She has no motive. Unless they have some really bad relationship.
There's shell casings all over the place, and just to figure
Homicide.
out what's going on.
The door behind him looked like it had been kicked or blown outward. A piece of the door frame was missing. The lock was damaged. It was clear early on this wasn't just a crime scene. It was a puzzle.
Ooh.
At first, they weren't sure if the damage to the door had happened during the police response.
This is a complicated case.
But then they found the broken piece of the frame a few feet away on the deck. Officers retraced every movement. They checked if maybe one of them, or the paramedics, had accidentally done it.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, there would piece of this door would be out here somewhere. Oh wait, there it is. It's all the way over here.
Oh, okay. Then
that
that definitely
sink?
wasn't us. Because he did not hit it. He did not pull it that hard.
You would have seen that fly all the way over here, right?
Yeah.
That paramedic never stepped over there.
No ring camera, huh?
The door jamb's right here, too.
That meant someone else had. And it had happened before anyone arrived. Then came another clue. There were bloody footprints trailing out onto the deck. They led down the stairs, toward the driveway. Todd's black
I mean, from that footprints, they can definitely trace back to the type of shoes. Then they can know if it's a woman's or a man's shoes.
SUV was parked nearby, untouched. But whoever had walked out that door must have had a ride waiting, or their own vehicle ready to go. At first, they considered if the prints could have come from one of their own.
Let me double check Sean's tread.
Unless when Sean walked back out, he did, but we don't.
Yeah, make sure it's not the cop's shoes,
Lee, just
blood.
for good measure, bottom of your feet. All right, definitely. Can I see your tread on your shoes?
Yeah, don't step onto the
definitely
blood,
not you.
you know.
Okay.
But yeah,
There's footprints all over in the blood, and it looks like
she's
boots.
not at home. I think they're
I
separated.
don't think it's Cassie's there because her tread's.
Yeah, nobody. It matches nobody's.
She's with the
No
children.
match. The prints didn't belong to any of them. Even the paramedics were checked.
Can't believe you left behind prints, man.
Can I see
Shoe
the bottom of
prints?
your boot
Come
real
on.
quick, just to see? No. Yeah. Can I see the bottom of your shoe? Please.
I try to tippy toe around.
So that was it. The prints didn't belong to anyone still at the scene, which meant the person who left them was gone. Inside the house, police found laptops and tablets scattered in plain sight. Nothing seemed taken. That alone cast doubt on any theory
Is that?
about a robbery.
Oh my god, bro.
His car,
White
a
powder.
high-end vehicle, still sat parked neatly in the driveway. His wallet and keys were found
So it's
too,
not a robbery.
stashed inside the house, just missing the cash, which according to the family wasn't unusual. Todd rarely carried any, but one thing was missing, and it stood out. His phone was gone. Officers began combing the home for any sign of what might have happened. Eventually, they uncovered
I don't
8
think it's a
shell
hitman,
casings
yeah.
inside. A few guns turned up during the search too. In one closet,
Oh,
hidden
damn.
beneath layers of clothing, was an unloaded 9mm handgun. Close to it, they found a shotgun, also not loaded. The master bedroom held another surprise. Sitting on a shelf inside the nightstand was a second 9mm.
That's
This one
passport
tucked
as well.
under a Spider-Man mask.
Why the hell is there a Spider-Man mask next to a bunch of White Claws and condoms? Is somebody role-playing in here?
It was loaded. 1 round in the chamber, 4 in the magazine. Every gun they found was
Crazy
legally
party.
registered to
I'm
Todd,
saying.
but none matched the bullets that killed him. With the house searched and little to suggest forced entry, officers turned their attention to the neighbors.
Okay.
Maybe someone saw something.
Neighbors,
A
come on,
stranger
come on.
loitering, a parked car, even something that didn't feel right. Neighbors mostly described Todd as polite, reserved, and often seen with his 2 young children. He wasn't the chatty type, but he waved when he passed by. But then they found Linda, who lived a few houses down. Linda had a gut feeling that something was off. She couldn't quite explain it.
I always said there's something off about him. Like, I get really feelings about people when I meet people. And I always said, I don't think there seems to be something strange about him, but I couldn't put the finger on it.
Her daughter babysat
He got
for Todd
murdered!
once or twice.
Bro, Linda is not very helpful, chat. She's like, oh, there's something weird and sus about him. He literally got murdered. And you're here talking shit about Todd. Yeah, she's kind of sus, chat. I think I'm adding Linda to my suspicious list. Like, anyone that talked badly about victim that recently passed away, Linda's very sus, chat.
Twice about a year ago. She always thought there was something strange about him. The officer wanted her to spell it out.
Yeah.
What exactly felt
Come on,
off
Linda.
about him?
Has he ever mentioned anything odd to you before? Like strange, ever saying anything strange to you? Just seems odd.
Weird.
But she couldn't put it
Oh
into
my god,
words.
Linda.
She didn't understand how he lived the way he did.
He said he worked from home. What does he do? He drives a Porsche.
Linda. Tons of people work from home. What is she on, chat? A lot of people work from home nowadays, especially after 2020. I think Linda did it, chat. I think she's jealous the fact that he's working from home and she's not.
Some kind of computer on work at home job. I mean, that's pretty common
he's
nowadays.
fixing up the house the whole time. Where does this guy get his money from? I don't know.
You're jealous.
She didn't buy the whole story about a work-from-home job. It felt
the
too
fuck?
convenient. And then there was the babysitting.
Like, what does he do? And he says, oh, he needs to run errands and go to the gym, and so he wants my daughter to babysit. Where's he going?
You ever noticed any depression or anything like that?
He just seems off.
Just seems off.
He seems like off. weird. Like, I don't know. I get a very off feeling.
Yeah, I have an off feeling about Linda. Who cares if he go to the gym? Bro. Nah, I think she's jealous of his lifestyle. Let's be real.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name's Linda.
What's your last
It gave
name,
her
Linda?
A weird feeling, that kind
Come
of
on.
off energy you can't always explain. And that was all she had to say.
Bro.
At the house next door,
Chat, Linda would not like me. Linda would be like, yo, Marshie, this neighbor, just like she stay at home all the time. She doesn't really go out, and I hear her screaming all the time. And she keep calling chat, you know, like, yeah, there's something wrong with Marshie. She would not like me.
retired grandfather Brian had been home all morning, like he usually was. But even with his routine of watering the plants, watching TV, and sitting on the porch sipping his coffee, he hadn't seen or heard anything unusual.
Have you seen anyone?
Let's see,
at
this
the house?
neighbor's
Have
better.
you heard
I haven't
anything?
seen anything, and I'm retired, recently retired. I'm here all the
You're
time.
here. You haven't heard anything?
Haven't
seen
heard
anything?
a peep.
Okay. All right.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, we're just.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Todd Morgan. I hope he's okay. He seems like
Oh,
a
this guy's
nice guy. I
nice.
mean,
There
he's
you
been
go.
Here a year and a half.
Year and a
Got
half.
Kids.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
There you
Todd
go.
always came
See,
off
that's nice. See, we like him already.
as a decent guy to Brian. He seemed quiet, polite, just a regular neighbor with kids and all. But the way Linda had described him earlier
Yo.
didn't quite match that version of Todd. To her, he was off, strange. That awkwardness now clashed with Brian's view of Todd as a decent family
Low-key,
man.
I think Linda
and then
did it.
there was Todd's past. His first wife left him over cheating. Now, the weird state of his
Ooh.
bedroom was
Yeah,
telling a
it
whole
does look
different
kinda
story about
sus.
him. The man was a walking contradiction. Just down the street, Eugene and Sherry, an older married couple,
Okay.
were eager to talk. They told police
More
they'd been up
nosy
early
people.
that morning, like usual. And around 7:15 or 7:20 a.m., they both heard what could have been gunshots. At first, they didn't think much of it. Sound carried strangely across the back end of their property. Could have been more work being done at Todd's place. He had been renovating the house a lot lately, but it wasn't just the sounds that stood out. They also remembered seeing a car.
Then I saw somebody come out of the house to the car that was next to the Porsche. They were in the car. I mean, it was there.
The Porsche?
No, it was next to the Porsche.
Okay.
And it was there when I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock.
Chat, low-key, if somehow someone in my neighborhood got murdered and the police came and questioned me, I'll be like, I have no idea. I do not go out. I don't really talk to my neighbors. I would not be helpful, but you know what? At the least, I would not be like Linda. I would just say, I don't really know XYZ. I don't really know them that well, so I'm sorry I can't be helped much of the investigation. I wouldn't be like, yeah, he seems really sus. He doesn't go out. He works from home. But as of right now, Linda is not looking good, chat. She is not looking good.
You know, as I walked.
The car was already there.
The car was already there. The
At
person was due. When I woke up.
Okay.
But at 7:15, 7:20, I heard. And then I saw someone come out of the house.
Ooh, 7 a.m.
Go to the car, opened up the car, was there for a while, and then took something back into the house, like a package or a box, it looked like.
Okay.
And then came back out, not running, but walking fast.
Quick pace?
Yeah.
At what time was that?
It had to be 7:20.
At 7.
Murder at
Yeah,
7
that- it all
a.m.?
happened within a couple
That was
minutes.
you heard
Bro.
The two shots, I'm assuming, I don't know, and then I thought someone was banging on something, and then a little pause, and then
Ooh, I saw someone said, did current Wi-Fi Todd cheating and off him? Maybe it's possible that he was partying and maybe she found out? I don't know.
3 more, 4 more.
Police asked if they could identify the person behind the wheel of the unfamiliar car.
Can you describe that car?
It was a smaller car, light color.
Yeah, he has good observation
maybe a
skill.
light
Holy
blue,
shit.
Light gray. I couldn't get the make of it.
Do you
Jeez.
happen to have cameras?
I checked my ring.
You didn't pick it up?
But he's helpful though.
It didn't pick it up.
Okay. It was it like a 4-door or 2-door?
I couldn't tell.
All right, if they couldn't make out the car, Maybe they could at least describe the person they saw coming and going from Todd's place that morning.
Did you see the person that was shot?
No, I didn't. No, I did not. Okay. I did not see the person.
Okay.
My wife thinks it was long hair.
Long-haired person.
Oh, man.
It wasn't much, but it was more than they had before. Sherry saw the individual who left in the unknown vehicle. She gave a general idea of what they looked like. Small build, shoulder-length hair.
So then
Kind of sounds like his current wife.
With long hair to the shoulders. I couldn't even tell you if it was male or female, to be honest with you. It looked like a smaller frame, not a big person. Got into a little car. I wouldn't say the car was champagne color. He said it was bluish. So there you go for our perspective of what it was.
Regardless of the color of the car, she was confident about one thing. It was not a car she'd ever seen at Todd's house before.
There are cars. Todd, from what I know, he's only been here less than a year. He has 2 children from different mothers. They're coming and going all the time, dropping kids.
Bro, I do not even know if my neighbors have kids or not. I don't even know what cars they drive. It could have been Linda. She's a neighbor. She can just walk over just to need a car. That is true.
Oh, sure.
And there's always like a Jeep there from somebody he knows. And I don't know if it's one of the mothers or not, but it's a newer Jeep. This was a car that I'd never seen.
You've never seen that car?
No.
But this unfamiliar car, it stood out. Sherry was certain it wasn't part of the usual mix. The officers zeroed in on what the person had been doing before they left.
That person came out, like Gene said, grabbed something from the car. I thought it was more like a package. He thought it was like a box. Again, we weren't putting anything in perspective. It's just what we walked as passing by. And then the person took something back into the house and then came back out and then just drove away. And Gene even commented like, well, there couldn't have been anything. They're not in a rush. So.
Later that day, Eugene dug into his ring footage to try and help officers make sense of what they had seen.
He got the ring footage too. Let's go.
He found a faint image of the vehicle around 6:50 a.m.
Like 10 to 7, the car is there.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know how to work this thing.
I think it's gonna make it or break the case with this.
Okay, so that's the car.
Yeah. I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything from that or whatever.
Okay. I'll give this back to you. I'll go tell.
Okay. I'm not sure how to.
Yeah.
Todd is lucky.
Then it's-
This man is in
then
his
it jumps to
nearby
7:30
neighbor
and
and not
it's gone.
Oh,
Linda.
it's gone.
Yeah.
So what time is that? Right.
6:50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 7, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, the next spot on here is 7:30, so there's a gap.
Okay.
And then it's gone at 7:30.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay.
The person that got in and out of it was barely visible, but the car itself showed up clearly parked beside Todd's black SUV at exactly 7 o'clock. By the time the camera skipped ahead to 7:30, the vehicle was gone.
Ooh.
Eugene sent the still frame to the police. The car was a light-colored crossover, something that looked completely out of place in Todd Morgan's regular
What
driveway
color is
scene.
it?
And while the investigation was still developing, one thing was becoming undeniable. Todd hadn't died by accident. The signs were stacking up. Someone had deliberately walked in, carried something in and out, and left him there. Now,
Ooh.
police had a suspect to chase. The state of the master bedroom didn't make sense at first
No,
glance.
it's like a party.
A loaded gun on the floor, spent shell casings, and then there were the masks, the adult toys, the used condoms tossed around like trash. It didn't look like a typical break-in or robbery. It looked
It's
messy
popcorn too,
in a
Chad.
very
You see
personal
that?
way. Investigators considered the
Damn.
possibility that Todd hadn't been alone.
No.
Maybe he was in the bedroom with a woman.
Ooh.
And maybe her boyfriend or husband found
Ooh,
out
yeah.
and stormed in with a gun. That theory was floating in the air, but it was far from confirmed. First, they had to figure out if Todd had been romantically involved with anyone at all. So, they went to Mary Ann Karen Dang. She was the one who had called in the wellness check after he failed to pick up their daughter. Now she was standing face to face with a Hudson officer, hearing the worst.
Bro, no way she's wearing the Ohio merch shirt. That's insane, man.
Todd, we found Todd dead today. So,
And any explanation?
We're still in ongoing investigation. We have the detectives looking into it right now.
Yeah, as we find out more.
Mary had known Todd well enough to have a daughter with him, even if they weren't together anymore. She told them about his past, about how his first marriage had crumbled after an affair with a student. That relationship hadn't lasted either. Over time, Todd had also started struggling with alcohol.
Ooh,
to stay sober, he'd been using a breathalyzer linked to an app, iSober. The device recorded his alcohol levels and sent the data straight to her phone.
Ooh.
She told them the last time Todd had used the device was the morning before he died.
Required to do an iSober device.
What's that?
It's to he'll breathe into it and it.
Yeah, he did have an affair with his college student. He was a college professor. I know. When I first heard that, I was like, "He what, bro?" I mean, it's still bad that he was cheating on his ex-wife with a student in his college. You know, definitely not a good look for him. But also, it doesn't take away the fact that he was murdered.
Whether he's had a drink or not.
For the vehicle?
Just any.
Oh, wow, anything at all, okay.
And the last report I got was from yesterday.
This is his
morning.
current
you get
wife?
Reports from
yeah,
but they're separated.
So you got a result for that test yesterday?
Yes, I can pull it up.
Does it give numbers or just say if it's positive or negative for alcohol?
It does give numbers.
Okay.
What's this test called again?
iSober device.
I've never heard of the iSober
The officers
device.
wanted to know if there had been any recent conflicts in his life, anything that might have caused tension
Who is he dating
or escalated
now?
into violence. The only person she could think of was Todd's first ex-wife,
Ooh.
Teresa's boyfriend.
The only other thing I can think of that this was over
Way.
a year ago, his ex was dating someone that he said felt threatened by her and him ever having to exchange anything in person.
Okay.
Could be the ex-wife.
It would be like a police department or a common area.
It's his girlfriend's.
His ex-wife's boyfriend.
Oh my
other
God,
ex-wife.
Chad.
The jealous boyfriend didn't want them meeting in private. Things felt tense enough that even a simple handoff of the kids had to happen in public spaces.
Jesus.
As for any new relationship Todd might have been in, Mary couldn't say.
January, and at that time he said he was dating someone.
Okay. You did confirm or deny that. You don't know at all.
I don't know.
But she didn't know who, never saw her, never asked. But it was enough to give the detectives a new lead. The autopsy didn't leave much to question. Todd Morgan had been shot 7 times.
7
The
times?
wounds
Yeah, that's
showed clear
personal.
signs of stifling. That powder burn pattern on the skin that forms when a gun is fired at close range. At least one of
someone
those
he
shots
knows.
had been fired from very near. 2 bullets hit just above his left collarbone, and the medical examiner believed those alone would have been fatal within minutes. All 7 came from the same gun, a 9mm
Overkill,
handgun.
yeah.
No
It's
sign
personal.
of a struggle. It was methodical. It looked personal, like someone was very angry. To the cops, Teresa's jealous boyfriend looked like suspect number 1. But before they could haul him in, detectives started tracing Todd's last steps, and that's when something strange popped up. There had been a 911 call made from his own address that morning, April 19th, at exactly 7:21 a.m. That timing was important. It matched closely with when neighbors claimed they heard the gunshots. But the call itself was strange. Dispatch picked up, and no one spoke. Silence. They explained it could have been a system-activated call. iPhones automatically
they
dial
regretted
911.
calling 911.
Investigators started to believe the call might have been triggered unintentionally by the killer. When they traced the number, it came back to someone named Terriana Pascal. She was slim, dark hair, drove a silver crossover. That description matched what neighbors had given earlier about the woman seen leaving Todd's house that morning. Now, with her name attached to that
Who is
accidental
this new
911
person?
call, the pieces started fitting together. Officers headed straight to the address tied to Terriana Pascal, but when they got there, they hit a wall. An older man answered the door. He was calm at first, but quickly grew defensive. He insisted Terriana didn't live there.
What are we doing?
That's
sus. Was she in trouble? Well, you talk to her. Oh, okay. I definitely let her know.
You tell her to call the Hudson Police Department? Hudson Police Department. Hudson, Ohio.
Okay, I sure will.
What friend she's staying with?
I don't know, man.
He knows her though, yeah.
She's a friend, you know, look like a little girlfriend, you know. She's a young girl. I'm an older man, and, you know, I'm just getting my grandkids upstairs in the bed. Y'all think y'all gonna just walk through my dog house? Hell no. Ain't no Terriana in here.
Apparently he's saying that she's
very sus.
Girlfriends in Garden Valley.
Now he's hiding her for sure.
Oh, we could follow you over there.
He refused to let officers step inside.
That's his
repeated
right.
There was no Terriana in the house. She said she wasn't even in the area anymore. She was staying with a girlfriend, somewhere in the valley. They had a name, a face, and now a possible next location. Detectives weren't able to get Terriana that first night. She was gone, but her phone wasn't. So they filed for a search warrant and started tracing her movements. They needed to know where she had been, both before and after those shots were fired in Todd Morgan's Hudson home. Just 6 minutes after that accidental 911 call went out, her phone was already flying down the interstate at about 60 miles per hour. It was heading toward the I-271 split in Macedonia. Todd's phone, too, followed the same exact path, but while Terriana's kept going, his stopped. It just froze along the highway and never moved again. Police believe that's where she tossed the phone off the car. They searched the area multiple times. His phone was never found. The search finally led them to her sister's apartment at the Envision complex. Her silver Ford Taurus X, with that missing back plate, was parked out front. Detectives brought her in for questioning. Her phone had placed her.
Wait, so it's not bitchy Linda? I was hoping Linda would be the suspect, number one. Damn it, Chad, it's not Linda. Sadly.
Todd's house that morning. Ring camera footage showed a car matching her Taurus X parked by the back door. And the footprints on the back deck, they belonged to a specific style of Nike sneaker.
There you go.
Detectives scrolled through her Facebook and found pictures of Terriana wearing those exact shoes.
Chat, I'm going to say it one more time. This is the second true crime case that the killer got caught because they was wearing a very specific type of shoes. I say it again, if you're going to commit crimes, do not wear limited edition shoes. Use your brain cells. Wear Crocs. Wear something that is common. Everybody has it. Not only that, she was wearing her crime shoes that she posted on Facebook too. Jesus Christ.
It didn't stop there. They found a photo of her on social media, lounging next to a lit Black and Mild cigar, the same kind found burning inside Todd's bedroom. And then came her interview.
GG.
I'll be back here in about 5
Who
minutes.
is she though?
Okay, you need anything? Are you okay?
Is she his girlfriend or what?
When the questioning began, Terriana didn't hesitate to deny knowing Todd Morgan. She claimed she had never even been to Hudson.
You ever been to Hudson before? I don't recall. Okay. What about around the village? Like, go to a lot of places. Okay. But you can't recall being in Hudson? No. Okay.
She kept deflecting, brushing off anything that might tie her to Hudson.
Yeah, she's denying.
Then came the topic of the 911 call.
Your phone, why would it dial 911 on April 19th? In the morning, at April 19th, around 7:22 in the morning. My phone? Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know. Nice.
I don't know why my phone was
Oh my God,
I didn't
bro.
call nobody. You didn't call 911? No, I did not. Okay. I don't know. Did they say I called? I didn't call. Yeah, we got your phone number. And we attempted to call back.
Yeah, we traced to your phone.
Terriana claimed she didn't know anything about it, but she didn't know that single 911 call had cracked open something much bigger. The 9mm cartridge recovered at the scene had matched a firearm from an unsolved 2021 Cleveland murder. The main suspect in that case, the victim's ex-girlfriend, Terriana Pascal.
Oh my God!
Same gun, same person.
Oh, she's a
Even
serial
back then,
killer.
Investigators had strongly believed she was the shooter, but they hadn't had enough to make a case stick.
That
Now,
makes sense.
Things were different. That same gun from 2021,
That's crazy.
it was now confirmed to be the murder weapon in this case. At that point, the detective shifted tactics. He stopped asking questions and started showing her the truth.
So here's what's interesting.
Shot in 4K, honestly.
Okay, these two photos were actually on your phone. On my phone? Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Wow.
She's like, wow.
You actually typed in a search for this guy, and you viewed this image on your phone. You also did a search for 320 West Streetsville Street, and you viewed this image on your phone.
She's like, that's interesting.
Here to talk to us. We need to know what happened.
Okay, and I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. What do you have? I don't know what's going on.
She stuck to her story.
Oh my gosh.
Said she didn't know what was going on, but
Good
the
night,
data
Doom.
didn't lie, and she had no idea how much data they have gathered against her. Just days after the murder, she had switched phones and numbers, but law enforcement stayed a step ahead,
Bro, come
monitoring her new device. On
This is
April
2025.
22nd,
You
she
can't just
searched
do that.
whether police could track a phone without a SIM card. After that, she read multiple news articles about the murder,
Very
especially
sus.
one that named Todd Morgan as the Hudson victim. She searched her own name 41 times in connection to the case.
Bro, she searched her name 41 times. I feel like, yeah, that's very... If you search that article 40 times, you're the killer. For sure. Wait, can they actually track you if you're in the incognito mode? I wonder if she was in that mode anyway, but they can still track it regardless. I think she was searching for her name to see if the case had found any suspect. Killers do that. They always go back to the scene, or they search their name online, or they search something to see if something came up. If they need to skip town, they can. But 40 times is a bit excessive, you know?
And then the final piece came in, her DNA. It was found on the cigar in Todd's bedroom.
Oh, come
and
on!
on the condoms, too.
What?
She can deny all day long.
Oh my God, you didn't throw away the condoms and the cigarette? Or take it with you? My God, man.
But evidence against her was strong and extremely
Very strong. They got DNA evidence.
Detectives brought out more. That's when the bigger picture started to form.
You are so cooked.
Terriana and Todd had first connected on Bumble.
Oh, Bumble.
From there, their conversation moved off the app into text messages.
We've got a lot of information. We have DNA evidence. We have video. We have phone calls. We have Bumble chat messages.
Yeah, she got lucky the first
We
time.
have shell
Low key.
casings. We have shoe prints. We've got a lot of stuff that is a lot of good evidence here. Okay, this is your opportunity to talk to us about it. What's that? I really don't know what you want me to say. I want to know what happened. We want to know what happened. We have a lot of questions. We want to know what happened.
On the day Todd was killed, he sent her $50 on Cash App.
So, Todd Morgan sends you $50.
He sent you $50. Why you kill him?
Okay, but he did. So, what I want to ask you is, there was another payment. About 23 minutes later, there was a $1,000 payment that was sent from Todd Morgan to Black Beauty. And you confirm that Black Beauty, this Cash App is you. That's you, obviously, in that picture. So he sent you
$1,000?
Now, we go back to a $50 payment.
It could happen.
She tried to explain it away.
Ma'am, are you a streamer? I mean, even streamers don't actually get $1,000 payment, but you know what I'm saying? She probably was. I don't know. Could be a check worker, probably.
Maybe someone would send her that kind of money. But she didn't deny it was her account. What she couldn't explain was the timing. That second payment never went through. It needed a confirmation. A second tap on Todd's phone. That prompt came just before 7:30 a.m. But by then, Todd was already gone.
Ooh.
Detectives had laid it all out. Now it was Terriana's turn. But she didn't say a word.
Okay, so the morning of April
She knows she's
19th,
cooked.
here's what we have. We have a
Welcome
cash
back,
app
Civic.
payment, right? I went through for $50. We have another cash app payment that was 23 minutes later for $1,000. We had this vehicle leaving Todd Morgan's house at around 7:23 in the morning on April 19th.
Yeah,
you said
look at
that's
your
your
footprints.
Have your phone at 328 West Streetsboro Street on April 19th at 7 in the morning. You actually have your phone at that address after midnight on April 19th, which looks like it was there overnight.
She keeps denying.
It's not possible. Your DNA is inside of that house.
Bro, they
Wow.
got the DNA from a cigarette and the condoms. Like, you cannot get out of this. You are cooked. 2 types of DNA. Not just 1, but 2.
You're inside of that house. Kind of shoe prints.
And the shoe prints! And the shoe prints!
Yeah, I bet I did.
Oh my god! And the shoe prints too! Oh my gosh.
Shoes that you're wearing in Facebook photos.
Still, she never said the words. She didn't admit she was at Todd's house that morning.
Crazy.
She didn't have to. The evidence had already done the talking. The case moved through the system, slow and steady. Eventually, prosecutors charged Terriana Pascal with aggravated murder involving a firearm, a special felony along with tampering with evidence.
Yeah.
There was also misdemeanor charges, one for taking or tampering with Todd's phone, and another for the attempted theft of cash. She initially pleaded not guilty and prepared for trial. But when
Not
that day
guilty?
finally arrived,
Wait a damn minute, not guilty? She got all these evidence stacked against her. Bro.
she changed her mind and took a plea deal.
Okay, plea deal.
Terriana didn't say much in court, just a few words, barely above a whisper.
Yes, to his family. I'm very sorry, and I hope that one day that you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. That's it.
That's it? That's your apology? No, she ain't sorry. Todd also has 2 children, so I feel really bad for the 2 child that don't have a dad. No, yeah, she just sorry she got caught. That is the weakest apology I've ever heard.
Judge delivered her sentence.
I'm sentencing you to a period of 20 years
Let's go.
to life on count 1, aggravated murder
20
and
years to
unclassified felony. In addition, that sentence will run consecutive to the 3-year firearm specification, which is attached to that count 1. That firearm specification 3-year sentence must be served first, it must be consecutive, and it is in fact mandatory. This will make you eligible for parole, which there's no guarantee of that. At the
no
earliest
parole.
of 23 years, but you could serve up to life in prison for this matter. Do you understand all of that, Ms.
What about the other murder? She has to be charged for the other murder too because her gun was connected to the other Ohio murder. They have to charge her for that as well to give the other family closure. Jesus.
Yes, Your Honor.
Todd Morgan was laid to rest, surrounded by the people who had loved him through every season of his life.
Poor children.
His funeral was held at Lifestream Church on the first day of May. The room was filled with stories, with memories, with grief, and with love. The kind that doesn't end
Rest in
even when a
peace,
life
Todd.
does. Some cases leave you asking how. This one, it keeps you stuck on why. Todd was someone's dad,
True.
someone's brother, someone's reason to keep going. And yet, in the space of a moment, his name became a headline. His house, a crime scene.
Ooh, we have
His
to sell
life,
the house.
a cautionary tale. Thanks for watching the channel. We break down the cases where the truth doesn't scream, it whispers. Subscribe if you haven't already.
It's good storytelling channel, chat. I like this channel a lot. I'm guessing the reason why is maybe they had an argument because they met through this Bumblebee or whatever, Bumble app. And it looks like they were, having party or something, his bedroom, maybe arguments or something. So she got pissed and she shot him. That's my guess. I gotta see the comments. Wait. Oh my god, wait, why is the comments all about Linda? Linda is the type of neighbor where if you don't answer any of her questions about who you are to her satisfaction, she'll spread rumors about you out of spite. Linda seems like the type of person nobody likes, so she has to shit talk everyone. Linda just wanted to be interviewed on TV. I like how no one even talks about the killer. You know what? Oh my god. Linda is a Karen. If she felt he was off, she shouldn't have let her daughter babysit. That is true. The comment is full of Linda. People roasting Linda in the comments. No, because nobody likes Linda. No, nobody likes someone who's nosy and talking shit about a victim.